Happy Monday, y'all. It's Dr. Corey J, man, checking in with something to say. Hopefully your Monday's going well. First Monday in April, Easter yesterday, Resurrection Sunday, he has risen, man, and so thankful that he has, man. I'm on my way to probably my least favorite place in America, and that is the dentist. But we gotta go, right? You gotta, health is wealth and all that stuff, whatever. Anyway, man, on this past weekend, man, I had a chance to celebrate my pops, man, my dad. Had the family come out to the house, man, and had a party for him, man, and it turned out really nice, man. Dad really felt, the love and felt, honored, and that's not something I guess he's used to. He's so used to doing for everybody else, man, and he just does what he's supposed to do. So it felt good to be able to, get the fam out, man, and everybody that said it was gonna come came, had a good time, man, and he enjoyed it. That was the biggest thing. He enjoyed it, and he just, he was real quiet and just smiling, and you could tell he really enjoyed it, man. So appreciate that, man. Just thankful to God to be in a position to be able to do that, be able to, give him his flowers while he still can smell them, because a lot of times, you hear words and see words when you the person that you're honoring or, talking about never get them. So I'm just glad he was able to get them, man. I'm so glad he was able to get them. But just reflecting, man, I know it was one conversation we had, me, him, and my best friend, my homeboy, T. Neal, man. We was kind of sitting there chopping it up. And I told him about, something that just happened, recently. Shared it with him and T. Neal, and man, he was so happy for me, man. He just talking about perseverance, man, and we had to take a celebratory, shot, man, to kind of commemorate it. And I'm not necessarily a shot person, but it's pops, and it was worthy. So anyway, man, y'all know the story, man. I've been here in Georgia for 4 years now, a little over 4 years. And when I came up here, man, I came up here as far as work go. I went back into the classroom. I've been a teacher. I've been a teacher for the last 4 years, fourth grade teacher, man. And the way God worked, I started out my career as a fourth grade teacher. And so, part of, him reprogramming me and getting me back together, when I told you had to take away all the stuff, you took away all the stuff in Florida. And one of the things that, when I came here, I didn't come here as I left Florida. In Florida, I was a principal, I was an administrator. I came here as a teacher, right? And a lot of people probably saw that as a demotion. I know a lot of people did. I know a lot of people was talking about it. A lot of people was talking about me, and it was a lot of different things that was out as it related to, my job here and what happened in Florida. Probably the biggest one, and probably one that kind of was the most slap in the face, I guess, was hearing that I had got fired. I had got fired from my job at Polk State, and probably the most hurtful thing was that one of my family members told my grandma that, just a flat lie. A lie just don't care who tell it, right? But my grandma, being the real one she is, she didn't believe it. Thank God she didn't, because I didn't get fired. It's just I resigned and came up here. But part of the process was, my process was going back into that classroom. And it took a level of humbleness, to go and do something. And, I'm teaching, and I clearly, got experience and credentials to be doing something other than teaching. But I did it. I took the assignment. God had to, reprogram me and get me where he needed me to be. And part of the process was going into that classroom. So I went into that classroom every day, just like, and nobody up here really knew my story, my resume, my background, because I didn't promote it that way. I just went in as a teacher because it's new. I gotta learn it. I gotta learn something new. It's a new chapter. It's a new season in my life, and this is part of it. So I just went in there with no preconceived notions and just did the work. Worked with the kids and enjoyed it. Man, the thing about it is, the kids, man, That stuff I still do have a great time in there with them kids, man. But you know, your gifts make room for you, right? So slowly but surely got out my my credentials and my resume and my background and all that stuff. And so I started getting, getting interviews, and some of the stuff I applied for because I'm like, even though I'm in the classroom, for me, I was like, I know this ain't where I'm supposed to be at. And so I was trying to put my stamp on it, right? So I was applying for these jobs, these AP jobs, because I knew I couldn't just jump right back into being a principal up here, because you gotta learn how things go. Every system, every district, every school system of, county, they do things differently. So I couldn't really go in until I, had the knowledge. But I figured I can go be an AP and learn from an AP role, and then when the time right, whatever, I jump back in the principal role, whatever. That's my thought. That was my blueprint. But the thing about it is, it wasn't God's blueprint. It wasn't what He had for me. So when God got you on a plan, when He got you on a plan, you got to work His plan, not your plan. And you're not gonna fast forward what He got going for you. And for a little bit, I kind of did that. After like a couple of years up here, I started applying, and I was getting interviews because, you look at my resume, you look at my body of work, why wouldn't you, right? So I got to the interview table for a couple of them, and I never got a job. And I came in second place a couple times. In some cases, I didn't even get like a return email or a phone call as to that I didn't get it. Why I didn't get it? It was definitely a chop to the ego. But it was, now that what I know now is this is what I needed, is what God said, you know what, you ain't ready yet. You still need some more humbling. You still need some more seasoning. You be cooking and stuff, and you keep putting the seasoning in there till it, you cook the taste. A lot of people cook the taste, right? So I wasn't seasoned yet, but for me, I thought I was, because I already know I do the job. I know it, but it wasn't my time. It was His time. So I was going on these jobs, and I wasn't getting them. And for a little bit, I kind of got a little upset about it, man. But I'm still going doing my job. Still going to be a great teacher. This past year, I was finalist for Teacher of the Year. Something I never did when I was in Florida, just for the body of work. Because I'm still doing the job, right? Doing the work. So, but I got to a point where I just like, you know what, God, and I had to finally take myself out of it. I took myself all the way. I was like, Lord, because I've already done the admin thing, right? So I'm like, I don't have to do the admin thing, Lord. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's what I want and not what you want. So let me take me out of what I want in this situation and just concentrate on you. So if I'm supposed to be a teacher during the day, I'm going to be the best teacher I can be. If I'm supposed to help these kids at this school that I'm at, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to apply for another job, an AP job, another admin job. I'll just be a teacher, and be good with that. I'm good with that. That's what you got for me, Lord, and that's what you got for me. And I was good with that. Have been good with that. That's how I've been ending up going to work every day, because the way He been blessing me, y'all, as far as compensation goes, taking a principal job did not. I guess it may have been seen as a demotion going from principal to back in the classroom, from a professional perspective, but from a financial perspective, all I'll say is that they took all my experience and they took my doctorate degree when they factored in what they paying me. You do the math. So trust what I tell you. It's not, from that perspective, especially compared to where I'm coming from, I'm straight, right? And not even that. In addition to it, the way He been blessing me away from work, out to be able to grow these businesses and create these businesses, this nonprofit stuff. I'm very busy when I leave work. So I'm just like, Lord, maybe this is your plan, to, get me the job so I can, take care of my responsibilities, make sure stuff paid for, taken care of. And then the work that I'm supposed to be doing is when I leave school. So I'm good, y'all. I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm enjoying it. I ain't wanting for nothing. Things is moving in the right direction. And then y'all probably about, what this is, April. By the time y'all see this, it'll be later than when I'm recording it because I gotta wait before I can post it. Anyway, probably the second week of March, I get an email out the blue. Dr. Barnes, your unique skill set, and your experiences, we just kind of, talking about it, and then pretty much at the end of the email, it's we like to invite you to interview for the role of assistant principal at our school. And this from the principal that's she's about to be the principal. She got a job. So I'm like, I hadn't applied. So I was just like, okay, what, God, maybe this you, because I know it wasn't me, because I didn't even apply for the job, right? So I said, that'll be fine. And so didn't hear nothing for about a week. Told my wife, she kind of all excited and hyped because, my wife is a very faithful woman, and she, faith-driven, purpose-driven woman, best part of me. And she, she's believing, and I had to let it go. I'm like, if God gonna give it to me, if it come from God, and that's where it come from, and I'm done doing anything as it relates to me applying and me putting myself in it. So the interview came, so didn't hear nothing about a week. So then they sent an interview we got these certain dates, what times would you like? So I told them. So I got an email confirmation. And so I went and did the interview. And in the car, prayed about it. And me and my wife actually went to the school the day before my interview, and we sat in the parking lot and we just prayed. She's like, let's just go pray about it, man. Let's give honor to God and pray about it. So I had never done that before. I had never went and prayed before I interviewed for a job. And all these jobs I've been on now, I've been interviewing well. I interview well. I present myself well. It just, them jobs wasn't for me, right? Wasn't the right mix of the time. So I said, in this one, Lord, this is all you. This all you. I'm going to go in, I'm going to be me. I'm going to present myself. And if this is my job, I already got it before I walk in the door. And if it ain't, then that's fine too. But I'm gonna thank you in advance for whatever you got. This is on you. This is all to glorify you. Went in there, y'all, and had the job. So I did the interview, and that was Friday morning. And went on my business. My wife had told us I thought it went well. Saying well, they writing, they smiling, they getting good body language, all the stuff that you're reading when you're doing the interview. And I was done with it. I was done, okay, whatever. Saturday morning, y'all. Saturday morning, we at the house and cleaning up, whatever we doing. I get a call, and across the number, iPhones, it'll show the person's name. So it shows the name. And I ain't saying to my phone, but it shows the name, and it's the principal of the school. So I'm, my wife don't know, so I'm sitting there so after we turn the music down, I'm, good morning, hello, this is principal, say her name. I speak to Corbin, Dr. Barnes, say, this is he. So she was like, just want to thank you for coming in and interviewing. And then she said, can you do me a favor, can you go in and actually apply for the job? Y'all, I hadn't even applied for the job. I didn't know the job was out there, because I said, okay, yes, ma'am. So she got to go through AppleTrack. So let me tell you how this look. If as an employee, you go in and look for jobs differently than if you're just a person, a regular person off the street. This is the first time I ever even went in this way. I've been looking at the jobs as a person off the street. So the job, it's 15 on the outside, it's 3 jobs showing. Inside, it's 12 jobs. They just internal. I never even knew this existed. So I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I'll go ahead and do it. I said, do you want me call you back or, text you back or whatever, let you once I'm done? She said, yeah, you can text me back on this number. She said, lock this number in. This is my number. So I know what that sounds like, right? Go apply for a job you ain't even applied for. Lock my number in. So I tell, my wife that, she start getting all hype or whatever. And me, I'm just still low key out the way, because I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm just low key, trying not to, read too much into what I'm reading. I know I'm reading it, but I just want to make, okay, whatever. So I did it. I texted back. She's like, perfect. Enjoy the rest of your day. Went on about my business. Next day, y'all, Sunday morning. You hear me? Sunday. Get another call. Same principal. I pick up. She said, hey, Dr. Barnes, how you doing? I said, I'm good. How you doing? I'm good. She said, I just wanted to call you back. And she said, really enjoyed coming to interview. The committee really enjoyed you. They was impressed with you. Everybody, really excited. Just enjoyed it, the energy and everything. And she said, she said some more stuff. Then she said, I just wanted to call, and I wanted to formally offer you the position of assistant principal at the school. And Lord, y'all, I just kind of paused. She don't see it, but I just paused. She said, I want to recommend your name for the board. She said, I need you to just kind of keep it quiet, because it's not really official until the board approves it. But I'm off. She said, but I'm saying this. She said, I'm not going to interview anybody else. And I'm just, asking that you don't, if you're going to accept it, that you don't apply for any other role. I say, no, ma'am. I say, I won't apply for anything else. I appreciate it, and I thank you for the opportunity. Hung up the phone. I just fell to my knees, y'all. And it's like, thank you, Lord. My wife, she's screaming, crying, happy, excited. And so, God, let me tell y'all something, okay? And I've been saying this. God don't play by me, y'all. He don't play by me. And I also learned something through the process. Promotion don't come from man, because when I was trying to do it, man, promotion comes from the Lord. When I gave it all to him, and say, whatever you gonna do, he gave me the job, y'all. And the job seemed like a perfect fit. And like I say, by the time this come out, I can specify where it's gonna be and all that stuff. But I just had to get on here and just talk about it, just get the words out, man. And so my dad was like, when I told him, I said, y'all can't really say nothing about it. He said, perseverance. Because my dad been seeing it. He been seeing it from afar, what I've been dealing with, what I've been going through, and how I've been handling it. And he just said, perseverance. He was so happy. He was so proud. And that made it even better, just seeing him proud. Because, I don't care how old you get. You want to make your dad proud. You want to make your mom proud. You want your parents to be proud of you, man. So I know he taking care of me down here, Mama, with Grandma Roseanne. And I know Dad up in heaven, and my grandma Dora taking care of me too, man. So yeah, man, your boy back. Hey, what Tommy Davis say? Did you miss me, Varnell Hill? Did you miss me? All y'all that had all that to say, did you miss me? God don't play by me. And if he did it for you, man, if he did it for me, he'll do it for you. Perseverance, man. Running the race the way he wants you to run it. Being humble. Not skipping those steps. Taking you out of it. All them things, man, that we can all do. It ain't no rocket science what I'm doing. I'm just finally doing it his way. And he's honoring it in every way. So y'all, he did it again. Another one. If we keep in track, let's just keep a little quick track before I let y'all go. I know I've been a little longer today with this one, but hopefully y'all understand. House gone, replace that. Wife gone, replace that. Job gone, or admin job gone. I guess I still got a job. Admin gone, replace that. And that's the thing. What else? He didn't replace some other stuff. He created some stuff. Poke hoops, blowing up. EAG, nonprofit, blowing up. Being an author, man, I done wrote 3 books since I've been up here. Published 2 magazines. Wrote the magazines. My wife published them, but wrote the magazines. Blowing up. Created a cleaning business, a vending machine business, t-shirt design business. Blowing up. Started a consulting business. Blowing up. Expanded my tutoring business that I started in Florida. Blowing up. He even gave me hair, y'all. Look at my hair, man. He even grew my hair, man. What is? I'm like at the movie, man. What's next, man? What is next? You know how they give you them preview movies, man, when you get ready to watch your movie. What's next? I just can't wait, man. And he just keep telling me, look, man, I got so much more in store for you, man. I got so much more in store for you. I just needed you to trust me and trust the process. And you're doing that, and I'm going to give it all to you back. So he done gave me promotion back, y'all. Your boy back. All right, man. Well, I'm on the way to this dentist. I ain't even tripping on the dentist, man, because I just know God got me, man, in every way. I used to trip on the dentist a lot, but I ain't even tripping. So, y'all stay low-key out the way, man. That's what I do, man. Happy Monday. Happy first Monday in April, man. Y'all be great. Take care. Peace.